What it do, homie? So we are out here with some new FabvL. This time we are checking out a K-pop Demon Hunters inspired song, Angel Feathers. Now, don't beat me up too much. I haven't found the time to sit down and watch this uninterrupted, right? That's the big key right there, uninterrupted, without having to get up and immediately do some things. Challenges of being a parent and, of course, a full-time working adult. So I watched this a little bit. I think I got through like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of it. They were on a plane fighting some demons, and a banger song started, and that's all that I've watched. But it doesn't matter. It looks like this song is, for the most part, is inspired by loss and heartache, and FabvL did this in 4 hours, right? Which is absolutely amazing, right? If anything, he became super FabvL, and it was pretty much a testament to all the work that he has been doing over all of these years, the mixing, the mastering, the production, all of that accumulated into this one singular focus of a song right here. This might even be one of FabvL's most might even be one of his favorite tracks that he's ever made, right? Because of everything that went into it. I know something about that, right? Getting that burst of excitement. It is amazing. But anyways, let's go ahead, shut up and turn it up.
When angel feathers hit the ground, you can come and take my soul. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train. Just kill the lights, don't make a sound. You can let me lose control. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train. I still yell.
Ooh, okay. I see what kind of energy you're on. First off, the piano that you got going on. Very, very nice, interesting, a texture, a tone, especially when you start hitting us with those different types of those little A's of definitely kind of has a little playful, like almost childish candy kind of feel to it. I don't know how else to explain it. It's definitely it's kind of contradictory because it's got some sense of happiness to it, but then we're looking at these lyrics and we're like, wait a minute, what is going on? It almost kind of sounds like a toy box, if you will.
You come and take my soul. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train. Just kill the lights, don't make a sound. You can let me lose control. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train. You might yell right back, but the truth is that I'm useless, and I couldn't even bring myself to talk to you at all. That's that kind of self-depreciation and everything. You know what I mean? You know, I went through some of this stuff because, you know, me and my wife, we celebrate 10 years of marriage, actually, on August 1st, right? Just about 2 weeks from here. And we stayed together even throughout colleges. We went to 2 different colleges, and there'd be some times, man, it was rough. It really was. But, you know, we kept it together and everything. But there'd be times where I have some self-depreciation because, you know, my opinion, right? And I can have this opinion, but, you know, I think my wife's just fine. I think she's way out of my league and everything. So, of course, I was nervous. I was like, dang, man. But, you know, we held it down and everything. So there'd be times where I would sit that I'll be going through these type of emotions and everything, like, oh man, you know, who am I, bro? I'm trash. There ain't no way she's gonna continue to keep dating me. You know, she's going to a college, and a UAPB college at that. Luckily for me, it was Boosie. I'm not gonna tell you what college she went to, but it was a Boosie college, so I don't think I had anything to be worried about. What? But I feel this and everything, right? And sometimes it's not even the act of heartbreak, right? And the act of loss and heartbreak. Sometimes it's the feeling, right? Like something isn't even going to happen, but the thought of it possibly happening, even though the reality, regardless of the chance of it actually happening, the thought of it possibly happening is enough to kind of send you spiraling. And of course, the actual action of it happening. Truth is that I'm useless, and I couldn't even bring myself to talk to you at all. And now that you have left, I'm walking in your path. But the truth is that I'm clueless, and I couldn't even bring myself to break this fall. Now that you're
and that's the spiral, right? That I was just talking about, right? You kind of just feel yourself spiraling, self-doubt. You know, what if is there anything else that I could have done? If only I had done this, then maybe you would have stayed or something like that. So
this fall. Now that you're a ghost, I don't feel so haunted. And I know the way I feel isn't what you wanted. When angel feathers hit the ground, you can come and take my soul. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train. Just kill the lights, don't make a sound. You can let me lose control. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train.
Okay, so it took me a while or a little bit to kind of collect my thoughts on the melodies and everything that he's using. First there at the piano, and then it was kind of, repurposed with the strings and everything. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, why that specific texture? It almost kind of feel like it's devoid. Like, we got a lot of heavy bass in here, right? We got some 808s in there. But when it comes to those melodies, there's nothing else that's competing with it, right? There's silence, and it looks like he, for the most part, cut away all of the low mids, maybe even left a little bit of the high mids there, and kind of like the highs, almost like it's kind of devoid of a foundation. Right now, this is just me reaching. Right, this is 100% what I do when I'm reacting to music. I question everything, and I think that's what leads to a deeper appreciation of what you're looking at. So you do that kind of like with the context of what the lyrics are about, or what the song, or what the overall goal was to achieve and everything. And I kind of look at that. You kind of see it that way, right? Loss and heartache. You might feel as though that was kind of maybe a foundation from which you were basing however you were feeling right off, and it sounded like somebody just kind of snatched you off, from pulled the rug from underneath you. So you're, yeah, right. Come on now. He did say you can't stop yourself from falling. The foundation has been pulled, right? But there's still kind of like that hopeful, maybe you'll still take me back. Maybe if I could do this, you'll return to me. There's still a little bit of that hopeness, but it's devoid devoid of hope. I mean, it's still hope. It's devoid of light, maybe, right? It's just a light corner in your head. So when I hear that melody and knowing that it ain't competing with everything, it's kind of just standing alone, that's what I think of.
I'm so sick of all this expectation. I need a vacation.
Facts.
Of this endless reputation, holding back my heart from hanging on. And now that you're a ghost, I don't feel so haunted. And I know the way I feel isn't what you wanted. When angel feathers hit the ground, you can come and take my soul. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on
Be
the
with a
next
melody
train.
master, bruh.
Just kill the lights, don't make a sound. You can let me lose control. I'll be on the next train running. I'll be on the next train.
Next train running, on the next train gunning. Boy, you know I keep the boots on the ground. Never got a frown while we out here running town. Boy, you know I keep it down. Hey, here's some flowers so you put in your pot. Cause girl, you know you hot and I would never stop. Hey, come on. Now you inspiring me to start spitting on this beat. Boy, you know I'm feeling free. Hey, come on now. Hold on. Now you done got me inspired to start dropping some bombs. Start dropping. Bro, hey man, don't be surprised if one of these days I just say peekaboo and just start dropping rhymes, bro. Cause you're gonna be like, wait a minute. See, what y'all need to learn is that I listen to this music with a critical ear. You know what I'm saying? So if I ever drop like a project or something like that, and it's like, cause I do be in the lab, like I do be producing stuff. My issue is I don't ever release any of this stuff, but I be in there producing, learn all kinds of stuff. Cause I feel as though it might make me a better reactor if I can understand what's going on in the music from a producer standpoint, right? So that's kind of mostly like the main reason. Like I'll hear something in here and then I'll open up FL Studio Gang, and then I'll try to recreate what I just heard, right? Just so I can get a better understanding and everything. And that's how I've been using it lately. But I bet you, if I really put my mind to it, I might be able to put out something as high quality as FabvL. You know what I mean? And it'll feel like it came from nowhere. But nah, these 5 years I've been studying. I've been listening. No, I'm just kidding, man. All right, y'all. Let me know what y'all thought about this down in the comments. Dave's out.